You know what's funny to me? When I go on my beautiful coin, we know as LCX, and I see all of these comments clowning LCX because it's tanking. Ha ha ha, fill the dump, sold a long time ago, scam token, Lamo. At the end of the day, we have many fools that just laugh. Watermute sold off a huge chunk of LCS, and Monty can still post videos saying institutional interest is coming to LCX. What are you talking about? Institutional interest is coming. We already have institutional interest. These dudes do not educate themselves. First of all, Wintermute is not an exchange. It's not a holding. And a dude said that in the comments. At the end of the day, it says learn how Watermute works for you. I ain't gonna repeat the message, but these dudes don't know what LCS even is. They're laughing at the investment because it is down 10%. Like, bro, it's like they get their information from YouTubers. They get their information from YouTubers and they don't realize, like, we are in a coin. You notice how he says institutional interest is coming? I'm gonna read you something that defeats his whole argument. Just a simple tweet from LCS's Twitter page will explain things that these uninformed people don't really understand. With MiCA set out to roll February the 1st, which it did, 2025, in EEA, LCS is ready to bring secure, compliant digital assets services to 450 million people across the European Economic Area. Now, I'm gonna ask you guys this question. Why would LCX say our preparation includes 200 compliant documents, almost 2,000 pages detailing operation security measures, implementation of MiCA's travel rules and ECG standards? Like, why would they go through the hassle of making 2,000 pages of information for you to learn about this coin, 200 compliance documents? Why would they go through the hassle of doing this if they're just going to sell? This is how delusional people are. They think LCS is a done and dead token when, guys, I was here when it went to 15 cents. It went from 15 cents back down to 4. Am I lying? The graphs don't lie, do they? Yeah, around 15 cents back down to 4 to 3 cents. I've seen this before. I've seen people laughing in the comments when it went this low before, but the fact that we have 33 countries that allow LCX to build and develop and access, and that's not that's not the only thing. At the end of the day, LCX is expanding. Now Trump is in office and he's pro crypto. There is no issue why LCX won't set up shop in USA. So when people like this are laughing in the comments, I guarantee you most of these dudes came from Crypto John's channel. They're in his community and they sold. Like, I literally see people commenting every day laughing at the price point. And does it get me mad? No, because I'm thinking, like, if you ever let LCX go to 10 cents again, I will put in 4 figures. If I ever see LCX at 10 cents, I will put in 4 figures. So at the end of the day, they can laugh now and cry later. But I want to show you this quote, right? This investment quote. It says by Warren Buffett, if you aren't willing to own a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. Now, we've looked at the Amazon graph. We haven't looked at the Apple stock graph. I just want to see what was the price action of Apple stock in the early days. Well, what do you guess? It was the same thing. Boring and not a lot of price action for almost 20 years. Now, am I saying LCX is going to take 20 years? No, because crypto is quicker moving than a lot of tech stocks. Okay, tech stocks took a lot of time to take off and they didn't really start taking off till 2018, okay? And guess what? It could have been boring for you to accumulate in 2000 to 2005, but if you accumulate even just 1,000, you are probably a millionaire or at least 6 figures from your investment. And a lot of people, they don't sell their stock, they just eat off the appreciation. They never sell in full, they eat off the appreciation. So at the end of the day, we can continue to buy the LCX dip while silly people sell. It could go lower. I don't deny that it could go lower because volume is not looking the healthiest. If we go on the volume, we have to be honest. It's not looking great, okay? When we go to the all graph, the volume here was 7.4 million. The volume now has dropped by 90%. But we can say the same for majority of the coins. We can say the same for a lot of coins that are in this top 500. So does it scare me LCX going this low? Nope. I've faced the FUD before. I've seen people saying it's going to zero at 3 cents. I've seen them saying it's going to go to zero at 12 cents when it went back down. And guess what I was doing here? And guess how I made 70,000 off LCX? I was buying and accumulating before this pump when it was at like 2 cents, 1 cent at some places, and then it pumped all the way to 34, and I quite frankly took a little bit of profits off the table. But the reason I'm making this video is to inform you that we are no longer a speculative asset. Why do I say we're no longer a speculative asset? Because MiCA is like the SEC. What we're seeing here is the equivalent of a Joe Biden White House accepting XRP to develop without any legal predicament, okay, without any legal lawsuits being filed against them. Repeat, what we are seeing here is the equivalent of Joe Biden in the White House and the SEC saying we're going to approve XRP for a license. Because if you guys don't already know, the EU actually delisted USDT because it weren't compliant with the continent. They are not the easiest going when it comes to crypto regulation. A lot of stuff is restricted, and a lot of stuff is restricted for good reason. Some of it is an agenda. But the thing I want you guys to understand is we don't just have a regulated exchange. They have backing behind them. Like, what does it say over here? We can just read some stuff like this. Like, as a regulated virtual asset service provider, VASP, in Liechtenstein since 2020, we recognized early on the immense potential and importance of MiCA. Since its announcement, we have been laser focused on ensuring that LCS is not only compliant but also leader in the transformative space. Okay? Coins that want to scam people and just dump the token don't aim to do this. What am I talking about? Let's just read. MiCA represents more than regulation. It's a bridge to a unified European crypto market. Once it is implemented on February 1st, 2025 through Liechtenstein EEA, in brackets the European Economic Area, MiCA Implementation Act, an according license has been granted. It will grant us market access to 30 countries. Within the economic area of Europe, that's a combined population of approximately 450 million people, all with the potential to engage with digital assets under harmonized legal framework. This unprecedented opportunity is precisely why we invested so heavily in our preparation. Okay? Now, do you understand that if Monty got caught scamming, if Monty got caught really dumping and doing all the things that these budding comments are saying he's gonna do, quite frankly, he will be investigated. If this coin is not ran properly, they have a whole name of a country as their coin, the Liechtenstein Crypto Exchange. Do you know the predicament the LCX team will be in if it weren't a real asset? This is why I'm telling you guys, it's no longer a speculative asset. It's an asset where countries have already gave them the green light. And this is just the beginning. Like, as I said, when we look at the Apple stock, when it comes to LCX, we are buying Apple in 2003 for 24 cents. Because if we do the math, that's 1,000x. LCX can 1,000x from here. I don't care. What's 1,000x? 100 billion? 100x is around 12 billion. 1,000x is 128 billion. When I look at the top 10, I see a lot of overvalued coins that have no use case. I don't see why we can't overtake Tron. I don't see why we can't overtake Cardano. I don't see why we can't overtake a lot of these coins in the top 100. Litecoin's at 9 billion. What would LCX be at 9 billion? Let's just do the mathematics. We know the circulating supply of LCX is 771 million. So all you have to do is divide that, okay? That's $11. So as I said, if you just got yourself 15,000, you're pretty safe, and you have a bigger bag than majority of the civilization on this planet. Telling you guys, this next 10 years is not going to be easy for people who make it difficult. People saying they sold LCX, it shows that they're not serious investors, because any serious investor that knows about the technology and the goal of LCX will be trying to hold this till like 2028, 2029. Me, I would never sell my whole bag. I've told you guys this in multiple videos. Like, I don't want to sell my whole bag. People are saying it's going to 5 cents. Well, if it goes to 5 cents, I will just buy your dip. I'll be, listen, you could be the exit liquidity for a dip for me. So just understanding that, we have to stay focused and understand that a lot of these people in the comments on YouTube videos, in crypto communities, they don't know what they're talking about and they don't do the real research. This is the most bullish coin in the whole of Europe. There isn't a coin that MiCA is partnering up with other than LCX. There isn't another LCX. There just isn't. There isn't another coin that has its whole name based on the country that regulated them. And once you guys can find me a coin that is regulated in the entire country, I will come back to you. Once you can find me an exchange that has full compliance and regulation and MiCA licenses, I'll say, you know what, I'm wrong. This ain't the one of one. There's another competitor. But right now, LCX don't have competitors in its utility. The only thing you're competing for is market share in the the crypto exchange users. But as the interface increases and improves, we will get the users, and I wholeheartedly believe that. So if you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys more content real soon. Peace.